Hi, my name is Dan Clemens. I'm a second-year student in the Master of Science Human Movement with a sports conditioning emphasis. I'm coming to you today from Boise, Idaho, and I'm going to take you through 10 unique exercises you can do in your strength conditioning facility. So number one is going to be a prone single arm Y raise. This is good to do at the beginning of your workout to warm up the core, the shoulders, the trunk, and the hips. So you're going to take a close stance here with your hands, wide feet, and then he's going to raise one arm at a time at a 45-degree angle, holding that top position for about 1 second, and continue for the prescribed number of repetitions. Exercise number two is going to be a half off bench single arm dumbbell press. We're going to work the stabilizers of the shoulders, trunk, and hips while simultaneously working the chest, shoulders, and triceps. Corey's going to put a dumbbell in the hand of the half that's off. Going to go ahead down to the chest. Use this for stabilization and back up. That's good. Exercise number three is going to be a 3-point isometric hold using a neutral grip hand position. So Corey's going to go ahead, take a neutral grip. He's going to start all the way up with the knees up in a tabletop position. Hold anywhere from 5 to 15 seconds. Back down about halfway so the biceps are parallel to the ground. And then about 3/4, roughly 2 to 3 inches from lockout. And relax. That is the 3-point isometric hold. Exercise number four is going to be a half kneeling single arm kettlebell overhead press. So starting from the ground, we want to dorsiflex the back toe, fire the down glute, and we want a straight line from the right shoulder down to the right knee. And again, putting all the weight onto that front leg. And what we don't want to see as you press is arching in the back. Corey's going to keep the kettlebell right in line with his nose, elbow in tight to the sternum, and then he's going to press straight up overhead. Go ahead, Corey. And continue for the prescribed number of repetitions. Exercise number five is going to be a single arm, single leg dumbbell row using a contralateral load. Corey's going to take the weight in his left hand, go ahead and reach out. His left foot is going to come up, dorsiflexing the back toe and squeezing the left glute. Corey's going to drive his left elbow back, bring his scapula in, pausing at the top, and then full reach down. We want a full range of motion on this exercise. Exercise number six is going to be a trap bar deadlift using a mini band around the knees. A mini band is a great tool to use, especially when working with female athletes. A lot of times with the increased Q angle, the glute medius gets very weak, causing the hip external rotators to drop the knees in, causing knee valgus. This helps develop those hip external rotators, and using the trap bar is a great compound movement to develop overall strength and power. Corey is going to go ahead, reach down flat back, driving the hips back and forward as he stands up. Again, pressing out on the mini bands to avoid knee valgus. That is the trap bar deadlift with a mini band. Exercise number seven is a rear foot elevated split squat going from depth. You can use a 6 or a 12-inch box on the front foot. So Corey's going to go ahead, put one foot on the back of the bench and one foot on the front box. Keeping his chest tall, he's going to get some depth with his back leg. And what we're looking for is a straight line from his right knee up to his right shoulder, trying not to arch the back too much, getting as much depth as you can. You can add load in the form of barbells, kettlebells, dumbbells, or weight vests on this is great options. The next exercise is going to be a single arm dumbbell snatch, a great alternative to traditional Olympic lifts like cleans and snatches and things like that. Corey's going to go ahead, take a dumbbell between the legs. He's going to drive the elbow up and quickly above the head. Nice. What we're looking for is triple extension through the ankles, knees, and hips. We're not so much concerned about the weight here, more about the speed the weight is moving. That is a single arm dumbbell snatch. The next exercise is going to be a plyometric push-up off the bench. Corey's going to go ahead, both hands on the bench, feet out. We're getting depth with the chest and exploding off the bench. Your hands are going to leave the bench. If this is too hard, we simply increase the height of the bench and take the feet wider to provide a better base. That's the plyometric push-up. Our final exercise is going to be a med ball standing parallel throw. With the med ball, you want to think about strong with your hips, forcing your hip around.
as if to throw a shot put, swing a golf club or a tennis racket, anything like that. Med balls are great. They're like plyometrics for your abdominals. So Corey's going to take a little wider than hip width, pull the ball back, and throw his left hip around, trying to fully extend his arms. And that's the med ball standing parallel throw.